We just got done with a very nice interview at KMUZ, and she was curious what I bring to the table and what kind of changes we want to have happen in Turner. And it's nothing new to my regular listeners and stuff, and we just went through all of that, access to the city council meetings, things like that for elderly folks, and how we're going to handle growth. We want a teen center and a skate park, this kind of stuff. And then I saw there was a question on there about the militia. And as most people are aware, I'm a veteran. I was in the United States Air Force, and I after I got out, I went into private business and stuff like that. But then arriving in Oregon after a time, I saw, kind of a disconnect, and from time to time our local law enforcement needs help, especially in times of natural disaster or civil unrest, this sort of thing. And basically what it is mostly prior military people that have been called to serve in the past, and they never disavowed that oath to serve their country and its citizens. And there is a provision in Oregon law that provides for the militia, but it actually goes back to the inception of the United States, and our founding fathers were militia people. But if you look at Oregon Revised Statute 396.105, it talks about an organized militia, which is the Oregon National Guard, and then the unorganized militia, which is all able-bodied citizens between, I believe it's 18 and 45. So, for the purposes that I've mentioned. And so that's been the militia thing, and it's something that I enjoyed and that sort of thing. It's interesting at Mr. P's, the meeting at Mr. P's. We actually had a man there that was quite insistent and didn't want to give his name. And as we later found out, he's a new resident of Turner at Crawford Crossing, which is fine. We want to welcome everybody to Turner that's there. And our thing is we want to have responsible growth and maintain a good quality of life. And lately we haven't had that. And I want to change that. But he was asking questions and questioning my desire to limit business growth. And what that simply means is, we need to be responsible, protect the businesses we have, and not have this rampant growth. And he was talking about adding another bar. So we have one bar currently, two more on the way, and I think so he wanted to make it a fourth bar. And so he was quite insistent on that. And that's where I disagree. I don't think we need a bunch of bars, and I don't think that Turner needs to get a reputation for having a bunch of bars. So anyway, upon after the meeting, doing some research into the fellow, we find that he actually works for the liquor distribution company. So essentially, he was asking these questions not as a concerned citizen, but actually as a lobbyist for his employer, and which is fine. It's free speech and all of that. But he wasn't honest and forthcoming with his actual position and what his real agenda was. Something that I've been open and transparent about from day one. I think that's a wrap.